Think about the prehistoric people. It doesn't have to be exactly prehistoric, but you get the idea. I want you to think about our ancestors. They lived in a world where one's physical or athletic prowess had to do with heck of a lot more than just bragging rights. When you and your mates needed to follow some deer 20 kilometers to tire it out, push it into heat exhaustion and giving up, your fitness made the difference between starvation and survival. Our reliance on this muscle power really did not change all that much until the industrial age, to be honest. Until then, the number of strong hands available for any given task usually had a strong correlation with how easily or quickly one could hope to accomplish it. In a world like that, it is not difficult to imagine then that physical strength, endurance, tolerance, and fitness in general were all highly regarded. And they were in demand. It's not merely about the raw fitness aspect of it, to be honest. It is also a great deal about us excelling at physical work. That's a big part of what was in demand. And whatever is in high demand, humanity tends to invest time and resources towards meeting that demand. So it makes a lot of sense that people invested in upskilling themselves or passing on key skills to the next generation. Now comes industrialization to ruin the party. Advances in our scientific and engineering knowledge resulted in rapid change to this landscape. This was a change like none we have ever encountered before. We mastered mechanization and learned how to make one machine do the work of 1,000 laborers, and do it faster and in many cases better. It's not that the factories made it impossible for there to be artisans who crafted goods by hand. They just made it impractical and uneconomical for the masses. Similar was true for physical labor. It didn't matter how good or experienced you were at digging. One good excavator replaced you alongside much of your digging squad. Mind you, I'm not making the point that nobody does physical labor anymore. I'm just highlighting the fact that developed nations automated away much of the physical labor of the past, and the developing nations are looking forward to doing so the day they can afford to. As a collective, we accepted that investing in intellectual or creative pursuits probably made more sense. We accepted that machines replaced muscles. However, all was not lost as we realized it was time to pivot and claim the intellectual and creative arenas as uniquely ours. Fast forwarding to present day, we have AI making music, writing poetry, coding programs, solving all kinds of problems from all kinds of disciplines. And we are talking about early generation of these technologies. Even so, it is hard to argue that this does not change the game. Consider the following. As a filmmaker, you needed to work with a combination of actors, filming and editing equipment, obvious talent, and lots of skills and experience in filmmaking. With that in mind, let's look at what simply asking an AI can do for the least skilled person in moments. What you're looking at now are examples of videos generated entirely from text prompts by OpenAI's Sora. You provide it with the text prompts and it will dream up the video and audio. Let's look at some quick ones I had it generate for us for free. None of what you're looking at here ever happened in real life. No actors, directors, editors, animators, cameras, microphones, or sets were ever used. How many different forms of talent does this replace? Inspired simply by your text inputs, AIs of this type can just summon these films to reality. Whatever artistic or intellectual task would normally take decades of learning, practice, and devotion to get decent at, it looks like AIs are already proving capable of mass-producing them. Once again, I'd like to clarify that I'm not suggesting that what AI produces is perfect or better. I just want to highlight the fact that the easier it gets to mass-produce intellectual or creative content of a certain minimal grade, the harder it gets for people to invest in these endeavors. Just think about all the strikes it caused in Hollywood. If those world-class Hollywood talents looked at the capabilities of professional-grade AI products and services and felt threatened enough to strike, What about the rest of us? What should give us the confidence that our meager abilities are irreplaceable? Now, if this convinces you that there indeed is a shift in what talents will be valued in the future, how is this any different than what we saw during industrialization? Is AI not doing to our brains what machines did to our muscles? What do you think is about to happen to us? Please share your views in the comments section. This has been The Scientist. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, the AIs definitely win. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.